Kim Kardashian is turning into her mom, Kris Jenner, and it scares her.
I thought I was busy before. North, me having to be her momager right now is crazy.
Co-parenting, it's really hard, you know?
When it comes to famous families, the Kardashians practically wrote the playbook. They originally popped onto the public's radar through Kim Kardashian's headline-making controversies. And once Keeping Up with the Kardashians premiered, it felt like they were everywhere.
It's like full crazy madness.
That first wave of success soared so high that even after 20 seasons, they simply hopped over to Hulu's The Kardashians without missing a beat.
This is a big year of celebrations in our family.
Now Kim continues to capture attention, especially with how she's raising her 4 kids, North, Saint, Chicago, and Psalm. Fans have been noticing that Kim, who once claimed she'd never be like her mother, Kris Jenner,
I just really want to make sure that everything's really well balanced.
now finds herself treading those same footsteps more than ever. And honestly, she's a little scared about it. In a preview clip from the newest season of The Kardashians, Kim confesses how busy her schedule has gotten. It's not just her own empire of skims, TV appearances, and brand deals. It's also North's rising stardom. This kid's only 11, and she's already working on an album while taking on various projects that require photo shoots and appearances. That means Kim has to be right there, keeping an eye on what's going on, ensuring North is comfortable, but also making sure everything looks professional. She jokingly calls herself Momager, referencing Kris's iconic role. But Kim's torn about letting North step into the limelight so soon. Critics naturally have pounced. Some say Kim should let her be a normal kid. Others argue that Kim's overshadowing her daughter. And the comment section has gone wild with hot takes like, North is a child, let her focus on school, or Kim's hogging the spotlight. Meanwhile, others suggest Kim hire a manager and step away. But Kim's not sure. She wants to protect North, but also honor her kids' wish to explore music and media. That push and pull basically screams Kris Jenner vibes. Kris used to juggle all her children's careers, but Kim swears she never planned to do the same. Yet here she is. Kim's made no secret that life as a single mom can be exhausting. She opened up on the What in the Winkler podcast about the endless nighttime chaos, her kids wanting to sleep in her bed, waking up at odd hours, each with different demands in the morning. Despite rumors that her immense wealth means a giant staff is at her beck and call, she insists she feels pretty alone in the day-to-day. Sure, she has nannies, but that doesn't fix everything, especially emotional support. She sometimes feels the pressure to be perfect because all eyes are on her and the Kardashian way of parenting. Complicating matters, she also has to delicately explain her split from Kanye West to their kids in a way that's healthy and not negative. It's been a real balancing act, being open about sadness while maintaining a safe environment for the kids. She says she's learned not to bury her feelings. She'll cry if she's upset, letting her children see that mom has emotions too. Even so, those around her say that, in typical Kim fashion, she rarely stumbles publicly. She's too guarded. But behind closed doors, she's just another parent under pressure. So Kim is basically living out the storyline that made Kris Jenner a pop culture phenomenon. Kris was the original momager who helped shape each of her kids' careers. Now Kim's noticing she's repeating that pattern with North, fielding offers, scheduling photo shoots, and controlling the narrative. The big question is, does she want it? In clips and interviews, Kim sounds worried. She'd never pictured this on her bingo card, as she jokes, yet she's stepping into the role because no one else can handle it the way she does. She also acknowledges that any big work commitment means, if it's her or me, it's me, implying sometimes she'll drop her own stuff to be at North's side.
Kris Jenner gets emotional about her famous family and questions if putting them on the path to fame was the right decision.
Kris Jenner is feeling a lot of guilt for propelling her family into the public spotlight and exposing them to the negative aspects of being famous. During a visit to her daughter, Kim Kardashian, Kris Jenner expressed her feelings as Kim discussed her decision to stop having children. Now, Kris reflected on the consequences of fame and how she believes she played a huge role in subjecting her family to the challenges that come along with fame. And this is what Kris Jenner had to say in her own exact words. "We built this amazing life for ourselves, and sometimes I feel like it can be a curse. Sometimes I feel like I've helped build something that can also be a burden. The haters, they're so brutal sometimes, and I feel bad that I brought this element to our lives. It's hard, it's a struggle."
I've helped build something that can also be a burden. The haters, they're so brutal sometimes. And I feel bad that I brought this element, to our lives, and it's hard, it's a struggle.
Now, despite all of this and Kim reassuring her that her mom shouldn't feel guilty, Kris Jenner did acknowledge that the weight of their fame weighs heavily on her heart. And then she also talked about the concern of negative aspects when it comes to their famous lifestyle and their luxurious way of living, including the constant blame that they receive for various different issues. As the conversation continued, Kim agreed, and she acknowledged that their lives can definitely be filled with a whole lot of negativity. And Kris shared her sympathy for her children, citing an example of how Khloe was unfairly blamed for her ex-partner Tristan Thompson's cheating on her. Now, the conversation highlighted some challenges and a lot of scrutiny that the Kardashian-Jenner family faces due to their fame. And in response to all of this, Kim had this to say: "I get where my mom is coming from because this past year really has been wild for our family. But all of this is a part of our journey. God makes no mistakes. All of this is happening for us for the lesson that we have to learn here on this planet." And then the conversation continued, and Kris Jenner became very emotional and shared an important moment from the past when Kim was held at gunpoint during a robbery in Paris back in 2016. Kris Jenner recalled Kim's response, expressing gratitude that it happened to her because she believed that she could handle it better than any of her other sisters. And Kris praised Kim for her resilience in handling such a difficult situation in the way that she did. Also, Kris Jenner commented on how deeply she feels her children's pain because of the unpredictable nature of their lives and the challenges that they face every single day. Kim, on the other hand, reassured her mom that she shouldn't really blame herself for the fame and the circumstances that come with it. And Kim reminded Kris that they had chosen this path and that Kris had played a significant role in helping them fulfill their dreams and reach their full potential.
Like, I wish I didn't, help all my kids get famous. You just can't live like that. This is also our journeys, and we wanted this, and you just helped us fulfill our dreams and what our potential was.
They acknowledge that their journeys definitely come with both blessings and challenges, and they are definitely grateful for the opportunities that they have. So they're not really complaining about it. It's just from time to time, fame and success can really be hard. So with all that said and done, reflecting on everything that was said, Kris Jenner shared this: "I've been a little down lately just thinking about the negativity that comes with what we do. But it's times like this that I feel really blessed to have such an amazing family, such amazing friends, and being here watching my kids have so much fun makes me really happy." So guys, 100% fame definitely comes at a cost, and no matter your level of success or fame or wealth, there will always be challenges to face. Even recently, Kendall Jenner opened up in an interview about how this life of fame was kind of thrusted on her, although she has tried to kind of step away and be in the background a little bit. She's definitely grateful for the lifestyle though, because it's allowed her to achieve the level of success that she now has. Although she did admit that dealing with it and all the criticisms and everything can be very hard sometimes.
Kardashians are making up drama for their TV show. They are desperate for viewers, and it looks like Khloe is taking another hit to keep the show entertaining, but at what cost? With the newest trailer out for Hulu's The Kardashians Season 6 out, it seems like Khloe Kardashian may be reuniting with an old fling. As the new official trailer is released, we saw none other than Khloe herself reuniting with her ex-hubby, wait for it, Lamar Odom. But Khloe was quick to go to her mom, Kris Jenner, and closest sister, Kim Kardashian, to spill the tea on who she ran into. So in the scene, all you have is Kris Jenner, Kim, and Khloe just chilling, talking, and Khloe told them, "You guys are never going to believe who I met with." And obviously Kim then said, "Who?" Obviously the producers created the scene. Fans were so eager to want more. They had this man come out of a car. They only showed the shoes. And of course they didn't show the face. Like, how are you gonna do a teaser like that? But then the clip jumps to Kim's confessional saying, "This is insane." And if she says it's insane, it's gotta be pretty crazy. But the trailer did not end without getting a look of who the man was. Another clip shows the man walking into the home to be no other than former Lakers star Lamar Odom, who was holding a bouquet of roses in his hand. So what is the tea here? But guys, take this in. Kris was not as happy to hear about this. It made her actually really emotional. She said in her confessional with tears, "This was the love of her life. I'm devastated for my child." Because just keep in mind, like, these two go way back, and for her mom to see this reunite, she's obviously a bit worried considering Khloe's past. And get this, guys, her ex recently bought an intimate doll modeled after her. That's kind of weird, no? I don't know, I found that kind of odd. So in the next clip, Khloe seems to be running through many types of emotions. She says, "I don't know this person anymore, so we can only wonder, is this like a diss towards Lamar?" She also says, "It's the truth hurts one time, a lie hurts 7,000 times. And we all know Tristan did her dirty before, so maybe this was shade at him as well, because, you know, he did lie more than once, and it all remains unclear, but it has us wondering if she could have a rekindling with Odom, or if this is just a little bit of a stunt for the show." If you didn't know, the two, Lamar and Khloe, go way, way, way back. The relationship was actually one for the books, filled with romance, drama, and ultimately heartbreak. So let's just look at the timeline real quick. It all started in 2009 when Khloe and Lamar met at a party hosted by NBA player Metta World Peace. The connection was instant, and just 1 month later, just 1 month, they tied a knot in a lavish wedding on September 27th. Pretty crazy, huh? The whole event was televised by Keeping Up with the Kardashians, shocker, and fans were captivated by how quickly their love story unfolded. In the early years, Khloe and Lamar seemed to have it all. From 2010 to 2011, the couple lived a glamorous life together. Lamar was thriving as a LA Laker and even winning the 2010 NBA championship. And Khloe was by his side through it all. Their relationship became so popular that they launched their own reality spin-off, Khloe and Lamar, which aired between 2011 and 2012, giving the fans an inside look of their marriage. But then 2012 comes around and cracks began to show. So Lamar was traded from the Lakers to the Dallas Mavericks, and the stress of the move, mixed with Khloe's public struggles with infidelity, took a toll on their marriage. So rumors of infidelity and supplement use began circulating, and by the following year, things took a serious turn, but not for the best reasons. So in 2013, Lamar's own issues became impossible to ignore. He had bad habits, and it was all over the news. He got taken in for a DUI in August. And that December, after months of separation, Khloe filed for divorce, stating that she could no longer remain in a toxic environment. Although, even after the filing, Khloe kept the divorce on hold throughout 2014 and 2015, reportedly because she was concerned for Lamar. Then, in October 2015, everything changed. Lamar was found unconscious in Nevada, and due to the overuse of supplements, he was pretty much in just really bad condition, ended up in a coma, and Khloe rushed to his side and stayed with him through it all, even putting their divorce on hold just until he was better. So then comes 2016, Lamar recovers and Khloe resumed the divorce, and their marriage officially ended in 2016 of December after 7 crazy years. Since then, they've both thought about the relationship. Lamar owned up to his mistakes and the pain he caused Khloe. Khloe said that even with everything that happened, she'll always care about him. So fast forward now, we obviously see that the two you know, they, I guess, had a lot of love for each other, and now when we see him appear on the show again, it's like, oh, is there a future possible for the two? Is she still in love with her ex, Tristan, since it's a baby daddy of her kids as well? That's a bit of a complication. Like, what is next for Khloe? I know in her recent podcast with Scott, her newest podcast, Khloe in Wonderland, she mentioned she's not really looking for anything right now, and I believe she was saying that she's just kind of taking care of her kids. So I don't know, it could just be a bit of a stunt to bring some viewers in for the show, but you never know, right? Let's see what happens between the two. I guess time will only tell, and we'll have to wait and see when the show airs.
This is the end of an era for this family.
They're like losing their influence.
Is this their downfall?
People are losing interest in the Kardashians, and the reasons may not come as a big surprise to most of you.
The Kardashians are no longer ruling the media. Their popularity is coming to an end.
It's been more than 15 years since we first saw the Kardashian family on their reality TV show, Keeping Up with the Kardashians.
They left.
Where's Kim? Kim is always late. Get out of our way.
And when we look back then, no one could have really predicted how hugely successful the show would become.
It's so exciting.
The Kardashian Jenners have signed on to a new exclusive deal that will bring the famous family back.
Millions of people tuned in each week to see what the family was up to. And the Kardashians shared some of their most personal moments on the show, from breakups to cheating scandals and even the birth of new family members.
When Kylie went into labor, it was such an exciting night. And no matter how many times you've been through this.
And seeing all of this, viewers really felt like they were a part of the family and they celebrated their milestones with them. But things have changed in recent years. Like, the show's ratings have dropped significantly.
New reports claim that the reality TV show might be losing its steam as ratings for the show continue on a downward trend.
And fewer people seem to be interested in the lives of the Kardashians. Some have also noticed significant changes in the Kardashian family members themselves. And people are questioning, like, is this the beginning of the end, like the downfall of the Kardashians era?
This is the end of an era for this family.
They're like losing their influence.
Is this their downfall?
Many people think so. And in today's cancel culture, some are choosing not to support the Kardashians by watching their show or even giving them any media attention whatsoever. Like, they would not even click on a video about the Kardashians.
There is a lot of negative hate and energy towards my family.
And this decision is largely based on many of the controversies that the Kardashian family have found themselves wrapped up in, like Kim Kardashian's involvement with Balenciaga. That was a big thing. As well as their brother, Rob Kardashian. There was a lawsuit with him over leaked photos involving his ex-partner, Blac Chyna. Not to mention the family's habit of publicly lying about their surgeries, as well as lying about how much money they actually are making, among other things. And these people are encouraging other people to do the same, like not keep up with the Kardashian family anymore. They feel like they've been very disappointed with them. And one user took to Reddit and said this: for a few seasons, they did use their platform and power to address social issues, and I thought that provided some balance to the show and ultimately them as people. Some fans have also observed that the family dynamic among the Kardashians has shifted since their new show, The Kardashians, started streaming. Like, they've noticed some things, like the tight-knit family bond that they once had, which many fans love to see on screen. It doesn't seem to be as strong as it used to be. Like, there was another fan on Reddit that had this to say: I hate their new show, and it's so sad to see how detached from reality they've all become. My favorite part of Keeping Up with the Kardashians was their pranks, funny conversations, and genuine family moments. Now they never do anything together, and when they do, you can cut the tension with a knife. So yeah, this spin-off reality show, The Kardashians, which premiered on the streaming service Hulu and also featured on Disney Plus, has a very low rating right now on Rotten Tomatoes. And I feel like some of the disconnect that some of the fans are talking about with The Kardashians is felt because, you know, the Kardashian family, they're getting older now. They have their own personal lives, so many things going on, and they may not want to be as open as they used to and share personal details about their personal lives like they used to before. As well as they've changed as people, and what used to work back then may not necessarily work. Like, it's hard to force family dynamic on camera. People are gonna tell the difference. But with all that being said, it appears that the Kardashian family does not want anybody to lose interest in them at all.
Would you want to keep going and everybody commit, or would you want to kind of put the show on a back burner?
No, we love filming. We love our show.
Because the season 4 trailer of the Kardashians came out, and season 4 is going to be released September of 2023. It seems to focus a lot on the storylines, their love life, personal interfamily dramas, just some juicy things that I think are gonna pique the viewers' interest, and maybe the fans are gonna love it, or maybe not. Maybe the Kardashians really took to heart what fans were saying and said, like, hey, we wanna see you guys, like, really get to know you guys again, like, behind all the fake stuff. We want to get to know you and connect with you. So season 4 of the Kardashians could literally be a make or break season for the Kardashians. But guys, what do you think about this? Losing interest with the Kardashians? Do you think that they can come back? They've definitely been losing a lot of interest in the public recently. But hey, who knows? If their reign in reality TV ends, it could be the beginning for their reign in something else.
The Kardashians are no longer ruling the media. Their popularity is coming to an end.
The Kardashians are in their flop era. More people care less and less about what's going on with them. And we're in a time where the Kardashians' lives are so boring that they're not even worth talking about.
There is a lot of negative hate and energy towards my family.
It's almost impossible to fathom. How did we get here? This is according to fans, so please don't hate the messenger. If you ever look at the internet, you'll learn that we may, indeed, be moving into a new timeline entirely. The era of the Flopdashian. Or maybe it's something even worse than that. We may have hit the point where the Kardashians aren't even worth talking about. For 15 years, cultural critics have proclaimed that the Kardashian family, Kim, her 4 sisters, her mother Kris, were everywhere. Their hit show Keeping Up with the Kardashians ran for 20 seasons.
Would you want to keep going and everybody commit, or would you want to kind of put the show on a back burner?
They appeared at fashion weeks, Met galas, on Saturday Night Live talk shows, in magazines and advertisements. Their personal dramas were contorted into TV plot lines, and much as they were news fodder, especially the ups and downs of their marriages, Kim even met with President Trump at the White House. We're gonna continue. These next points, they're crazy. And as ridiculous as the Kardashian obsession has always been, it was for a long time exciting. More than that, it was super interesting. Their literal existence is their primary product. Kim's got Skims, Kylie's got makeup and canned vodka spritzer, Kendall's got tequila, and Khloe's got her migraine medication line. But what the Kardashian Jenner clan had most of all was their glamorous lifestyle, their hot selfies, and their awesome fashion.
From juicy reality shows to vampy makeup collabs, this family knows how to make that money, honey.
Viewers, critics, and even reluctant fans have been trying to figure out the fascination for years, often through similar headlined think pieces. In 2021, LA Mag dug into the question how the Kardashians took over the world. Back in 2019, the New York Times described the sisters as a media company that swallowed a makeup empire, merged with a fashion line, and gave birth to athleisure trends.
People think they have us all figured out, but things are not always how they seem.
Rolling Stone called them the egos that ate America way back in 2014. The common theme? These ladies are everywhere and there's no escaping them. Or at least they were. We're gonna get into more of this. The Kardashian buzz started to die down after that LA Mag piece coinciding with the end of Keeping Up with the Kardashians. With their flagship show wrapping up, these women had to focus on their individual products. Sounds easy enough, right? Well, considering they've managed to pump out 5 seasons of their Hulu sequel series in just 3 years, maybe not so much. The Kardashians premiered to lukewarm reactions, partly because the sisters themselves seemed less enthusiastic about continuing. As a result, the internet keeps declaring that Kardashian era is officially over. Sales of Kylie Cosmetics, which controversially landed the youngest Jenner on the Forbes billionaire list, have been declining year after year since their late 2010s peak. Her swimwear line quietly fizzled out, and her new fashion brand Kai is similarly not doing well. Right now, Kylie is best known for her relationship with Timothée Chalamet, which has actually sparked some backlash. Khloe's inclusive clothing line Good America, whose jeans I've heard are very good, is doing well for itself. Kendall's tequila brand is also doing well. But Kim was at the Tom Brady's roast and she was booed heavily. Apparently her family pressured Netflix, which hosted the event live, to remove the booze from its recording several days later. So fans are saying that the Kardashians are now boring because they aren't surrounded by as much drama. But if the family's relative silence, stability, and lack of drama means the Kardashians are flopping, is flopping really such a bad thing?